Good morning everyone. Today we're looking at another Timex watch review. We're looking at the Timex Intelligent today. I'll go into more details about what model it is a little bit later on. Before I actually move on to that, let's have a brief look at the actual box it comes in. So it's just a simple, it's fairly soft and sturdy lift-off lid fashion to the actual Timex box. A nice sort of cushion top, and overall it's a very, very functional box. Let's have a look inside. So here we go guys, this is the Timex Intelligent Tide-Temp-Compass 45. The model number you want to know, if you want to know it, is the T2N720DH. So this is part of the Timex Intelligent watch range. So in a way of sort of measuring multiple things at once. So just a brief bit about the watch. You've got a 45mm case diameter with a 30mm case thickness. And this watch this specific model retails at about £100. It's not expensive, it's not too expensive as watches go nowadays. Weighs around about 91 grams. So let's have a look at the actual face here. So as you can see here, we've got, there's quite a lot going on here. We've got, starting with the actual time itself, so the time is 10:15 in the morning, so we've got the fully luminous white and stainless steel edged hour and seconds hands there, hour and minutes hands there. We've also got a red seconds hand that's not luminous. I think the only luminous essences to this watch are the minute and the hour hands. So looking at the face in a bit more detail, we can see we've got we would have sort of 4 different measurements here. We would have the tide on this little red like chronograph here, if you can call it a chronograph. You've also got the temperature, you've also got a compass function, and obviously a date and air temperature, I believe. So you've got water temperature, air temperature as well. So 4 different sort of functions for it, as well as a date function. So let's have a look at the actual chronograph functions themselves. So yeah, so you fiddle with these buttons on the side here, and it moves the hands in fashion depending on what function you have. So I'm going to show you the compass one now, just as an example. I believe this has done the high tide one. So that it's just showing you how high tide when that is. To get your compass, you press the this is more often known as the C button. Accurist ground complication has 3 buttons like this, very similar. Let's press this. As you can see, that if I twist this watch around, this points south and north. Usually that red one's pointing to north. So yeah, so that moves as the watch turns around as well, but it only lasts for a certain amount of time. In a minute you might realise it beeps and goes back to what it was doing before. There you go, just like it's done there. So you don't get the compass for the entire function, it just goes back to default setting after that. So looking inside the face here, we've obviously got we've got luminous like dots on the inside of the face here as well, and we've got a tiny little calendar sort of function here. Operates on a quartz movement, as you can see from the ticking motion. Then again, that's not always a clue, because sometimes you can have a quartz but like a sweeping movement. That's common on the Accurist Tudor Homage watch. Looking at the bezel here, we've got a bi-directional, smooth-moving, non-clicking compass style, tachymeter style bezel, a thick stainless steel with a black sort of coating, really thick compass on top here with your little, it's a bit like a Breitling Endurance, this, a little bit in terms of the north, south, east, west, everywhere on the watch. A very smooth gliding, and it's quite, I think it would take a bit of knocking to be able to move it on its own. So it's a nice movement to it, probably one of the better movements I've seen out of a bezel. So coming down to the actual buttons on the side, we've got a fully matted out stainless steel black finish here, going all the way around here, including the buttons. Well, the buttons have a shiny black jet black stainless steel finish, and then different colours inside the actual buttons here. These don't unscrew; they actually just press, just like a standard stopwatch. They're not like a Daytona where you have to unscrew them. So looking at the crown, it beeps usually when you take it out, and obviously it doesn't fully reset. decent hand movement to it. It doesn't fly around the entire face of the watch when you're trying to adjust the time, which is excellent. You've even got a bi-directional date function as well. Let's try and see if I can demonstrate that. There you go. Got a bi-directional date function there. Looking at the coming around to the strap, you've got a rubber strap with single thick window system here. Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to say, I think you've got an Indiglo light up system, which is a Timex copyrighted light up function for the actual watch. Yeah, so back to the strap, you've got a black with a little bit of red detailing on the side, rubber strap with how many socks you've got to hold it. You've got a single hinge to hold on the strap, and a thick little window system here as well. So let's have a look at this on. If I can get the watch to actually come undone. Everything about this watch is obviously fully matted out, all black. Even the clasp itself is a. I'm trying to see if it's marked. That's an unmarked stainless steel with a jet black finish. So there we go, guys. That is the Timex Intelligent Tide-Temp-Compass watch.